In the beautiful land of Ajiran, there lived a powerful king named Oba Adisa. He was loved by his people and ruled with kindness and strength. He had a daughter named Princess Teni, who was beautiful and kind-hearted. Everyone in Ajiran admired Princess Teni because she helped people and made everyone smile. But there was a secret that only Oba Adisa knew. Many years ago, the king's wife, Queen Sola, had whispered a strange warning before she passed away. She had told him, "Our bloodline is cursed, and only the innocent will suffer." Oba Adisa didn't understand what it meant, but he always remembered her words. As years went by, King Adisa ruled wisely and kept his people safe. Princess Teni grew up, and she looked just like her mother, Queen Sola. One night, Oba Adisa had a strange dream. He felt as if he was in a fog, unable to see clearly. In the dream, he was walking toward a shadow. When he woke up, he was scared but didn't understand why. After that night, strange things started happening. King Adisa felt like something dark was following him, like the warning from Queen Sola was finally coming true. He began to worry about his daughter, Princess Teni. One night, Oba Adisa fell into a deep sleep, as if under a spell. He felt as though he was lost in a strange place where he could not see or think clearly. When he woke up, he couldn't remember much, but he felt something terrible had happened. The king felt strange guilt, even though he didn't know why. Princess Teni, too, felt uneasy, as if a shadow was following her, but she didn't tell anyone. She didn't know that this night would change her life forever. After that night, Princess Teni started feeling strange changes in her body. She didn't understand why, but she felt tired and confused. Soon, she realized she was carrying a child, but she didn't know how it happened. Princess Teni was scared and confused because no one was supposed to know her secret. She decided to hide it and didn't tell her father, the king, about it. Teni didn't know that Oba Adisa was also feeling guilty and worried, as if he knew he had done something wrong, even though he couldn't remember it. King Adisa noticed Princess Teni was hiding something, and he grew worried. He decided that the best way to protect her was to find her husband who could keep her safe. So, he called the best princes in the kingdom to see who could marry her. But Princess Teni did not want to marry anyone. She felt something heavy in her heart that she couldn't explain. King Adisa was confused and upset because he didn't know what was wrong with his daughter. He tried to push away the feeling of guilt but could not. In the palace, there was an old woman named Iya Abeni, who had been close to Queen Sola. She noticed that something was troubling Princess Teni, so she went to the king and asked him what was wrong. Oba Adisa tried to hide his worries but finally told Iya Abeni about the warning Queen Sola had given him. Iya Abeni listened carefully and told him that maybe the curse was coming true. She warned him to be careful, as darkness might soon cover their family if he didn't act wisely. One night, Princess Teni had a strange dream. She saw a beautiful woman who looked like her mother. The woman told her, "There is a curse on our family, and you must be strong to save us." When Teni woke up, she remembered the woman's words and felt a spark of hope. She wanted to find a way to break the curse and protect her child. She felt scared but also brave. She promised herself that she would find a way to break the curse, no matter what it took. In the kingdom, there was a nobleman named Lord Duro. He was always looking for ways to become more powerful and noticed the king's strange behavior and Princess Teni's quiet sadness. Lord Duro began to suspect that something was wrong in the royal family. He decided to watch them closely, hoping to uncover a secret he could use against them. He thought that if he found out what was troubling the king, he could use it to gain power over the throne. One day, while exploring the palace, Princess Teni and Iya Abeni found an old, hidden library with dusty books. They found a book about ancient curses, and Teni learned that her family's curse came from a long time ago, when one of her ancestors had broken a sacred rule. The curse said that every few generations, darkness would fall on their bloodline. Teni realized that to save her family and her child, she would need to end this curse. Princess Teni felt scared but knew she had to be brave for her child. She thought about how her mother, Queen Sola, would have wanted her to be strong. She told Iya Abeni about the curse, and together they decided to try to break it. Teni felt that her mother was with her in spirit, helping her stay strong. She realized that her love for her unborn child was more powerful than any curse, and she felt ready to fight. Princess Teni learned that to break the curse, she would have to face the truth in front of everyone in the kingdom. She needed to tell them about the curse and ask for their forgiveness. It was a risky plan, but Teni knew it was the only way to save her child and protect the kingdom. She gathered her courage and prepared for the ceremony, knowing that it would be her greatest test. As the day of the ceremony approached, Lord Duro planned to stop it. He knew that if the people heard Teni's truth, she might win their hearts even more. So he gathered his followers and tried to spread lies about the king and princess, hoping to turn the people against them. But many people still believed in Princess Teni's goodness and were ready to listen to her story. On the day of the ceremony, Princess Teni stood before the people of Ajiran with her heart pounding. She told them about the curse and how her family's past mistakes had caused pain. She asked for their forgiveness, and her voice was full of honesty and hope. The people listened and were touched by her bravery. Many of them cheered for her, showing that they believed in her innocence and strength. As the people forgave Princess Teni, the curse began to lift. The sky above the palace seemed brighter, and the shadows that had haunted her family faded away. Oba Adisa felt his guilt lessen, and he looked at his daughter with pride and love. He realized that her courage had saved them all. Teni felt relieved, and she knew that her child would be born into a safe, happy kingdom. With the curse broken, Princess Teni looked forward to the future with hope. The people of Ajiran celebrated her bravery, and Oba Adisa learned to be a better father and king. Lord Duro, ashamed and defeated, left the kingdom quietly, while Iya Abeni watched over Princess Teni like a grandmother. Teni knew that her journey was not over, but she felt strong, with her family and the people of Ajiran by her side. And so, a new chapter began, full of hope and peace for the kingdom of Ajiran. As the kingdom of Ajiran settled into peace, Princess Teni found joy and calm in her life once more. Her bravery had earned the admiration of her people, and they treated her with respect and love. She devoted herself to helping those around her, wanting to repay the kingdom that had stood by her through her most difficult days. Each morning, she would walk through the village, talking to her people, offering words of kindness, and giving them hope. The people cherished these moments, feeling blessed to have such a compassionate princess. But while Teni found solace in the kingdom's joy, shadows from the past still lingered in the palace. King Adisa, though relieved, felt the weight of his actions and memories. He loved his daughter dearly and was proud of her strength, yet his heart still held regrets that would not fade. He spent many nights awake, thinking about the dark path he had taken and the mistakes he could not undo. Iya Abeni noticed the king's sadness and knew that only a deeper understanding of forgiveness would bring him peace. One evening, Iya Abeni approached Princess Teni and shared her concerns about the king. Together, they decided to help Oba Adisa find peace. They planned a journey to a sacred mountain far from Ajiran, where the ancestors' wisdom could be heard through whispers in the wind. It was said that only those who truly sought redemption could understand the voices there. Teni believed this journey could heal her father's soul, and so, hand in hand, they set out under the stars, guided by hope and love. As Princess Teni and Oba Adisa journeyed toward the sacred mountain, they passed through forests and fields, guided by the glow of moonlight. Teni held her father's hand tightly, sensing his silent pain. She hoped the mountain's wisdom would lift the heaviness from his heart, just as it had freed her from fear. Oba Adisa walked quietly, grateful for his daughter's love and forgiveness, but uncertain if he could ever forgive himself. With every step, he felt the burden lessen just a little, as if the journey itself was part of the healing. They finally arrived at the base of the sacred mountain at dawn. It was vast, its peak hidden in clouds, and the air felt thick with mystery and age. There, an elder greeted them, a wise old man named Baba Eo, who had spent his life tending to the spirits of the mountain. He welcomed them with gentle words and warm eyes, saying he knew of their arrival, for the mountain had whispered to him of their coming. He led them to a quiet spot by a flowing stream, where he asked them to close their eyes and listen to the voices of their ancestors. As they sat in silence, soft whispers rose with the wind, swirling around them like a song. Oba Adisa felt a strange peace, as though voices of his past were comforting him. Suddenly, he heard the voice of Queen Sola, calm and soothing, saying, "You have carried your guilt long enough, my love. True redemption comes not from punishment but from learning and growing. Live as a king who has known both shadow and light, and guide our people to goodness." Her words washed over him like a gentle rain, and for the first time, he felt a warm release, as though the last shadow in his heart had lifted. Tears filled Oba Adisa's eyes as he opened them, looking at his daughter with love and a newfound lightness. He hugged her tightly, feeling grateful beyond words. Baba Eo blessed them both, and as they prepared to leave the mountain, they felt reborn, ready to bring hope and strength back to Ajiran. They walked back hand in hand, knowing their journey had not only healed them but would forever strengthen the bond between father and daughter, king and princess, carrying the wisdom of forgiveness into their kingdom. Princess Teni had the baby after returning to Ajiran with her father. She focused on preparing for the arrival of her child. The people of Ajiran, who had stood by her through all the challenges, eagerly awaited the birth as well, viewing the child as a symbol of hope and renewal for the kingdom. When the day finally arrived, Teni gave birth to a healthy, beautiful baby girl. She named her Mareo, meaning, "I have found joy again," symbolizing the new beginning for both their family and the kingdom. Mareo was cherished by everyone, and from an early age, she was surrounded by love, wisdom, and strength. Teni and Oba Adisa taught her about courage, forgiveness, and the importance of kindness, hoping she would grow up with the values that would one day make her a wise and compassionate leader. With the birth of Mareo, the kingdom of Ajiran felt renewed. Princess Teni, now a mother, found a deeper purpose and strength, while Oba Adisa saw his granddaughter as a blessing and reminder of the journey he and his daughter had taken to heal their family. The kingdom looked forward to a future full of hope, with the young Mareo growing up surrounded by the love of her family and the wisdom of her ancestors. The moral of this story is that true healing often requires forgiveness, not just of others but also of oneself. Oba Adisa and Princess Teni must confront painful truths and forgive each other to break free from the darkness haunting their family.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of this kind of interesting stories. See you in the next video.